Prepare for the worst. Urgent warnings as Monster Hurricane Matthew churns toward the East Coast. Millions now preparing for what could be the worst hurricane.
Thank you. An update now on breaking news of a hazmat situation in which a local Holiday Inn was evacuated.
New this morning, workers at a Lowell warehouse had to evacuate.
Attention, attention. Authorities are issuing a mandatory evacuation due to an immediate threat to the homes in this area. Please evacuate toward the south. Attention, attention. Authorities are issuing a mandatory evacuation due to an immediate threat to the homes in this area. Please evacuate toward the south. Like badass skills and tactics? Subscribe and hit the bell. If there were a natural or man-made disaster and you had to take off in a moment's notice, would you be able to? Whether we're dealing with hurricanes, tornadoes, fires, or a number of other things that could go wrong, I thought it would be cool to go over an evacuation checklist so we could be a little bit safer, a little more prepared, and a little bit more able should we find ourselves in an emergency situation. We're going off of a checklist given out by the San Diego County of Emergency Services. So this is by no means a list of survival items or a solution for every disaster, but rather a good starting point for things you should have set aside and ready in case of a short-term displacement. As we run through the following items, keep in mind your area, your terrain, the seasons, and adjust accordingly for things you may or may not need. Also, as this is a starting off point, you can continue to add to this with self-defense weapons and survival items as time goes on. First, cash and credit cards. Most people keep this on themselves or in a safe. No matter where you keep extra cash or your financial information, keep it hidden or out of common areas, yet accessible. Next, we have important documents, which include your identification and your medical info. I like to keep these all in one place in a folder with my finances. Change of clothing for each family member. Keep a complete outfit for everyone in your household and toss it in a backpack. Now let's grab our personal hygiene items. Hygiene and health run hand in hand. To avoid being sick and the dilemmas that could create, let's stay on top of that. Be sure to have a toothbrush and toothpaste, shampoo, lotion, soap, deodorant, Kleenex, and toilet paper. We also keep a roll of toilet paper in a Ziploc bag in the car. Also, baby wipes. Baby wipes are useful in a variety of situations. Family photos. Most of our photos are kept on our phones, on our computers, or in the cloud. If you have printed or tangible photos, keep these near your financial records so they're easy to grab and away from flammable and water damage risk areas. Baby items. This won't apply to everyone, but if you have a baby, keep diapers, formula, food, and another change of clothing ready to go. Remember, if you have young kids, to check their clothing regularly as they grow about every 3 to 6 months or so. Special needs items. I'd call this one medical items. Do you need meds or a tool of some sort to help you function? This checklist has a wheelchair, medications, and canes. Typically kept in the bathroom, kitchen, or nightstand, medicine and health devices most likely need to be used daily. So it's important that we have a mental checklist of what and where they are, and be sure to grab those if you have to leave in a hurry. Pet care items. When it comes to our furry, scaly, or feathered friends, let's get them ready too. Have some extra food set aside for them, their IDs, any cages or carriers, a muzzle and a leash, and again, if they need it, medicine. You can have less than this and survive, or more than this and still struggle. It really depends on your preparedness, skill sets, and attitude. I want to give you a few more bonus tips in this video, so let's go. Keep a flashlight or flashlights with batteries. Have a lighter or a fire starter. Have 1 gallon of water per person per day. Plan for about 3 days. Have 3 meals per person per day. Keep a half tank or more of gas in your vehicle. If you're preparing for a disaster, fill up and load a little extra if you can too. To be honest, if shit hit the fan, this video doesn't quite cover it all. However, it's a good starting point. I'd love to dive deeper in other videos about urban prepping and disaster readiness. What do you think? What would you like to see broken down to increase your chances of survival? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, and I'd love to be a part of your journey, so subscribe. And until next time, be prepared, be safe, and stay badass.